Good morning, everybody. 9 a.m., 35 degrees on this Thursday. We've got a half hour left of Daybreak here on WGRZ Plus. Patrick's up on the roof right now. Things are feeling pretty nice out there, right?
Really nice, yeah. It's calm, it's mild up here. Lots of puddles because of all the snow that was up here that's melted.
And it's so dirty. I just want to pick up the trash everywhere. I mean, you see everything that's been revealed that was previously under the snow the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, melting snow can be just kind of I don't know. It's not depressing, but it's just like what was so beautiful is now melting away. Maybe some love it. Anyway, we've got some sunshine coming up later today, later this morning and into the afternoon. It appears that we'll have mild temperatures as well. So there's a 4 o'clock snapshot. Temperatures in the 40s today under, again, mostly sunny skies with a light southerly breeze. For tomorrow, some showers in the morning, and look at how mild it'll be in the morning, mid 40s, followed by some gusty breezes and temperatures in the 50s tomorrow afternoon with a few showers around as well. So for your weekend, 40s again Saturday, rain especially in the afternoon. And then on Sunday, we're going to see periods of snow. Does not look terribly heavy, or I should say the accumulations look pretty low. But there will still be some lake-enhanced snow on Sunday with some gusty winds as well. And then, yeah, that's the up and down that we have for the weekend. Right now, by the way, it's the coldest time of the year historically. Our average high is 33, which is the lowest it gets. We're going to be nowhere near that number, it looks like, until next Monday, Melissa.
Sunday has about every icon on it that you can think of.
I had more to add, but yeah, it looks like it'll be a little snowy, a little windy.
Yeah, and the icon over there in the bottom of our screen, Patrick, that's a fog icon, is it? It's not.
No, it's hieroglyphics.
It does. Yes, it does look like hieroglyphics.
Yeah, it's kind of haze or fog, which, yeah, it's not really foggy. It was yesterday, but or last night. But yeah, hopefully that icon will be sun before too long.
Nice. All right, looking forward to that. Patrick, thank you. It is 9:02 now, and new this morning, a guilty plea in a high-profile murder case. Michael Burham, the man accused of a list of serious crimes and whose escape from the Warren County Jail sparked an interstate manhunt, has pleaded guilty to murder. It is the end of a long, drawn-out legal process that will now see Burham likely serving 25 years to life in prison. On Tuesday, Burham pleaded guilty to first-degree murder in connection to the death of his ex-girlfriend, Kayla Hodgkin, in Jamestown back in 2023. Now, around the time of Hodgkin's death, Burham led police on a 13-day manhunt in which he kidnapped a couple in Pennsylvania at gunpoint before eventually being arrested in South Carolina. Then he was taken to a prison in Pennsylvania, but he managed to escape, and he was on the lam for 9 days before he was finally caught. Burham later pleaded guilty to charges related to the manhunt, but now he has also pleaded guilty to first-degree murder, and that came just days before his trial was set to begin. He's scheduled to be sentenced now on March 2nd. Jamestown Police Lieutenant Adam McKinley released a statement after yesterday's plea, and it reads in part, quote, "A guilty plea for murder first and to avoid putting the family through a lengthy trial is a win. Everyone involved did a thorough investigation which led to the guilty plea. We hope Michael Burham spends the rest of his life in prison for his actions." This morning, the nation continues to react to the deadly ICE shooting in Minnesota. Last night, protesters lined a section of Delaware Avenue in Buffalo with signs and messages that were critical of immigration and customs enforcement operations across America. Now, video of the incident, now seen by millions across the country, shows the ICE agent shooting a 37-year-old woman, an American citizen, after a group of people blocked agents during an immigration operation. And now there are contrasting accounts being offered by Minnesota state officials and the Department of Homeland Security. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem says that this shooting happened as a, quote, violent rioter attempted to run over an immigration officer. But Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey is pushing back, saying, quote, self-defense is a garbage narrative. It is not true. And this morning, Western New York protesters and elected leaders are all reacting to the shooting. Daybreak's Natalie Foss joins us live from downtown at the corner of Delaware and Chippewa, where those protests were happening yesterday. Natalie, good morning.
Melissa, good morning. Yeah, right behind me at 250 Delaware is where those protesters were standing outside of last night, hoping that their voices would be heard. The reason that they were standing outside of this particular building here in downtown Buffalo is because that's actually where the ICE field office is here in Buffalo. So they had their signs that were obviously protesting ICE. And we asked them why they came out last night, and here's what they had to say.
All reports coming back is that it was unjustified. ICE is acting in a lawless and illegal way, and now they've killed an innocent civilian without cause, in my opinion.
We reached out to local representative Republican Congressman Nick Langworthy for reaction, and he says, quote, ICE officers acted in self-defense after an individual used a vehicle as a weapon against law enforcement. Constant demonization by sanctuary politicians and leftist activists fuels hostility and puts officers and the communities they protect at risk. Words matter, and reckless rhetoric has real consequences. He continued on saying, this entire episode must be thoroughly examined to ensure the facts are clear and accountability is upheld. Our ICE agents and federal officers put their lives on the line every day to enforce the law and protect our communities. Tragically, a life was lost after an officer was threatened while carrying out their duty. Violence against law enforcement will not be tolerated, end quote. We also spoke with local Democratic Representative Tim Kennedy, who said that he's calling on the White House to change its approach when it comes to immigration enforcement. Live it on your side in downtown Buffalo, Natalie Foss, Channel 2 News.
Yeah, we'll be following this story very closely. Natalie, thank you. In other news this morning, millions of low-income families are now at risk of losing certain benefits from the federal government. The Trump administration announced plans to freeze benefits for low-income families in 5 Democrat-led states, including New York. $7 billion in funding for the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families program is being frozen. That's along with money from the Child Care Development Fund and also social service grants that benefit children. On Tuesday, Governor Kathy Hochul spoke about the situation, and she says the Trump administration made the move because of what she calls false allegations of fraud.
And I just want to get it out there because, you know, the Trump administration is notorious for making up a narrative which is false. And this is one of those narratives that's false. There is no evidence of fraud here in the state of New York.
And today, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand is holding a virtual press conference to demand that the Trump administration unfreeze the grants that provide child care assistance to thousands of families in New York. The Buffalo Board of Education is moving forward with a new agenda following the decision to not close schools PS3 and PS90, but only for now. During a work session last night, the Buffalo Public Schools said that given the feedback from the community, this just isn't the right time to close down any schools, despite facing a $78 million deficit. The school board says that it's now in the process of developing a plan B to offset the projected loss in cost savings from the school closures. And that would include changing staffing levels and cutting at least 45 central office positions. BPS Chief Financial Officer Jim Barnes says that the district will also work on a new process to consider school closings. The board says they will never achieve a balanced budget without closing and consolidating schools. So now it's just a matter of when that will happen.
We're going to have to close 2 schools next year or the year after that, and it may be more than 2 schools. It may be 3, it may be 4, it may be 5. So I'm just not happy with this whole process.
And the district says it will look at every expenditure and re-examine the justifications for spending money. Well, we are counting down the days till the Bills take on the Jags for the wild card round of the playoffs. We'll talk sports coming up next. Just a normal checkup. Welcome back, everybody. 9/11, 35 degrees, and the Bills are heading to Jacksonville for the playoffs. After hosting the playoffs here for the last 5 years, this will look a little different with the Bills opening up on the road, but still, are the Bills a 1.5-point favorite? Or pretty much even on the money line?
Yeah, that's a pick 'em.
Yeah, the focus, though, remains the same. And Channel 2 sports reporter Jonathan Acosta hears from the team about their mindset going into the game.
It's a new season now at One Bills Drive, the postseason.
Every single drive matters in the playoffs, especially when you're going against good teams and good quarterbacks like we're going against this week.
The Bills no stranger to the playoffs, in this position now for a 7th straight year.
One, this doesn't happen everywhere. It's really hard to make the playoffs, and a lot of guys, veterans included, haven't even made the playoffs before. So we want to tell the rookies and let them know how big of a deal it is.
But for the first time since the 2019 season, their playoff journey starts on the road with the trip to Jacksonville this week.
Typically, more hyped crowds. You have to be very good on snap timing. It allows defenses to hide their hand a little better. When they see a leg go up, they can move it, while we can't change. So again, we're gonna have to be very good at pre-snap and post-snap reads and getting through them, and run game, pass game, you name it. We just gotta make sure that we're executing our details.
While Sunday against the Jacks will be the first taste of the playoffs for the rookies on this team, the Bills as a whole are the most playoff-tested team in the AFC. The veterans saying that the key to success is not changing things up from what they've done over the course of the season, but continuing the process that's led to success.
All the work that we put into starting in April leads us to this moment. The countless hours and days of preparation, the hard practices, camp, the whole regular season, all of it gets you ready, puts in that preparation to go do what we need to do this week.
It may seem a lot different of playoff football, but the way that we pride ourselves in our standard and making sure that we are playoff caliber throughout the season, we're not practicing any longer this week. We're not doing anything extra in terms of preparation. We feel like throughout the year, this is how we prepare. This is how we try to win football games. And I think the process is the process, and the standard that we have is the standard. So, we're not trying to change a whole lot, just the mindset of going in there, being ready to play.
A trip to Jacksonville, the first step in a playoff run. The Bills' hope ends next month in Santa Clara. On your side in Orchard Park, Jonathan Acosta, Channel 2 Sports.
I'm glad Josh said that they're not practicing any longer and preparing more for this game, because the practices is where our players get hurt.
No kidding. This season has been, I'm starting a training camp. Remember, that's where Maxwell Harrison got injured originally.
And Ed Oliver with his foot being stepped on and hurting his ankle, and that happened in a practice.
Has this season just flown by? Hard Knocks, I felt like, was last month.
Right.
But that was at the that was back in August, in September. So, yeah, don't just stay healthy. And too bad about Ed Oliver. We were hoping to get him back by playoffs, but
not looking that way.
No.
We are hoping that we'll get Matt Prater back, though. We're really hoping for some good news. He re-aggravated his right quad, during the Jets game on Sunday. Then he left the game in the third quarter. He hasn't been practicing since. I didn't practice yesterday, but head coach Sean McDermott said that there is hope that he can play on Sunday. He's day-to-day, and so we shall see at practice today whether Matt Prater's out there, how hard he's going to be kicking, how the kicks are looking, because we haven't. Oh, we did.
Something Smith.
Right.
Was Matthew Wright. You're right.
Thank you, Milton. In our ear, yes. We signed him. Mm-hmm. Who knows whether Badgley didn't work out very well.
Well, the teams match up very well, position to position, except kicker.
Yeah,
they have a guy that is a cannon of a leg who hits 60-yard field goals all the time.
Does he have a nickname? Because remember, Matt Ariza was the punt god.
The punt god. I don't know, and then we have an injured kicker, so that's one. And this is going to be a close game, which may come down to an extra point or a kick.
What are you doing for the game?
And one other thing to think about too, I don't know, I'm watching somewhere. If they have a kicker that can kick 60 to 65-yard field goals easily, that means they only need one first down in any offensive drive to be in scoring position.
Is that right?
You think about it. If they start at the 30, let's say, they get a first down, they're at the 40, they're almost in kicking.
Almost.
Yeah, I mean, he could have made, my point is, if the game comes down to, you have a minute left, you're up by 2, they have the ball with, let's say, a minute left. It only takes one,
they could be at the 50-yard line, the middle of the field, and say, we could maybe make this.
Most field goals, you want to get to their 40, but this guy can go 15 yards short of that and be in field goal position.
What's their weather going to be like?
So, good question. Mostly cloudy, but 60s. It's going to be in the 80s every day up until the game, but much cooler on Sunday.
But wind?
Now, there'll be a northwest breeze, but not enough to be of concern.
Interesting.
So, where are you watching the game?
Probably on my couch.
Yeah.
I want to be somewhere where I can focus. Like, I will not be at a bar.
I will not be at a party.
I will not.
No.
You always have someone who throws a very big party in his basement, And Patrick loves the invite to go because he wants to be surrounded by so many people, but you also do not want to be surrounded by people when you're trying to watch the game. Like, leave me alone and let me watch the game.
And I love, but just, yeah, I need, and honestly, this is the kind of game that, I mean, it's going to be, I want to enjoy it, but if it's a nail biter like so many games we've had this season, you know, it's stressful.
You know who I watched a game with once? It was a playoff game.
Who?
Kevin O'Neill and his wife, Jen.
Oh.
Jen is the biggest Bills fan, possibly in Buffalo.
And her energy level is just off the charts.
Right. And Kevin is just so...
Kevin. Don't need to explain.
So watching with them was really quite an experience. And we really were watching the game. But me also being able to watch them watch the game was just as entertaining.
She's just wild, isn't she? Yeah, very passionate.
We lost that game, too.
Oh, what game was that? You know, you remember I think the loss to Atlanta was a moment when I thought, are we making the playoffs?
Oh, this year, you mean?
Yeah. I mean, I was just thinking about this season, and you just said a loss. I'm just thinking, you know, we knew that was like one time in the season where I doubted.
We thought we were going to have the division locked up in November.
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
And then we had a couple. Then New England went on a roll, and anyway, we cannot lose to Jacksonville. I'm sorry. We have a first-year coach in Jacksonville. You've got a quarterback has he ever been to the playoffs? Maybe once. We have Josh, who's been to the playoffs like 7 times. And we can't lose to them.
Right.
Can't.
Okay.
Okay,
You're right.
that's my pick.
Will the Sabres make the playoffs? They're looking pretty good right now.
Good.
And tonight they will be at MSG to take on the Rangers. And it's a really great opportunity to pick up a road win because the Rangers, they've only won 5 of their 19 home games so far this season. After starting the season in abysmal fashion on the road, the Sabres really bounced back in recent weeks. They are only 1 point out of a playoff spot right now. They went on that 10-game win streak, lost 1, then won against the Canucks on Tuesday. So they're looking pretty good. I mean, winning 11 of your last 12 games.
That's pretty good.
Puck drops tonight at 7 p.m. So yeah, 1 point out of a wild card spot. Only maybe 7 points from the top of the conference right now. But of course, there are 40-ish games left in the season. So a lot can happen, but it's really fun to be a Sabres fan right now. The energy inside the arena on Tuesday was awesome.
Yeah.
And maybe there'll be some Sabres fans at MSG tonight. But
well, yeah, I was going to wonder, did they draw a crowd there? The home team, the Rangers. Because it's in New York City. They're a lousy...
And there's the Islanders.
There's so much to do in New York, like you know, Broadway, and I don't know. I'm curious. Maybe they do. Maybe they do get a big crowd, but
I don't know.
Lots of fans. But anyway, after tonight's game, they have 5 in a row at home, so that's cool too.
Nice. Okay, so that's 7 o'clock tonight. We're going to take a quick break. Stay with us. Condé Nast Traveler came out with the 15 best restaurants in Buffalo.
Oh.
We'll talk about them coming up. Some of them might surprise you. Welcome back. If fitness is one of your New Year's resolutions, well, yoga might be a way to start. It can get you in shape without too much stress on your body, not just about the movement, but also about mindset and overall wellness. So Daybreak's Kevin O'Neill shows us a new place that might be worth trying up in Williamsville.
Hi from Williamsville, a new yoga studio with things I've never seen before. This is remarkable, with 3 remarkable women behind it. Hi, nice to see you. Michelle, Allison, Virginia. Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
I've never seen a yoga studio like this before. Tell me about it.
And you won't ever see
right.
one like this again. This is a cinematic infrared yoga.
Let's break it down right there.
Cinematic.
Immersive.
Okay. Like yoga in the sphere. So the idea is to get out of this and into warmth and to a wonderful destination that allows you an hour outside of your own head.
Okay, now infrared, talk about that.
Just the benefits in general. Infrared heat is very different than just hot yoga. So it's increasing mood, elevating recovery, just overall wellness and the feeling of just helping on your joints. It helps more with flexibility in the class. So a beginner could come in and really have the health benefits, but help with the class itself.
And again, you talked about how it's like a dry heat. It's more like an Arizona heat, not a Florida heat.
Yoga in the desert instead of yoga in Florida.
Which makes a difference.
It makes a huge difference in how you breathe, no pun intended, but it really does change the way the class. It's not that heavy breathing, heavy sweating. It is dry restorative heat so that you can actually sweat and get the right sweat on and move your joints the way they're supposed to without it being so labor intensive.
New people accepted here. I know we got some
have
extra. Okay. You have new-
everyone.
Okay, good.
All are welcome here.
A lot of people are starting a new fitness regimen, so you may be intimidated coming in, but it's a very welcoming place.
Yes,
and you can
please.
caffeinate yourself on the way in.
We do. We love you a latte, Buffalo. We have espressos. We have an incredible machine, incredible coffee. Stop in.
Is it a membership or pay per class?
Both.
Either
You
one.
can drop in, pay per class, pay per service,
Okay.
or just come join us for coffee. We're an incredible community here. We have the best coffee in Buffalo.
There you go. BreatheInfraredYoga.com is the website and the building. It's a 4-story townhouse building, a new one on the corner of near the corner of Main and Transit. You can't miss it. On your side in Williamsville, I'm Kevin O'Neill, Channel 2 News.
Lots of cool things to try there. Very nice, Kev. Thank you. Also, lots of great restaurants to try in Buffalo. This is very cool. Condé Nast Traveler came out with a list of the 15 best restaurants in Buffalo.
Okay, I gotta
But
hear this.
not just for fine dining. It's for, they say pizza, wings, and fine dining. And listen to this before I go into the 15. This is amazing national attention for Buffalo. They wrote, "There's never been a better time to visit Buffalo," which is why we included it in our selection of the best places to go in the U.S. in 2026.
Wow.
And thanks to a developing waterfront and bustling arts and live music scene, including the completion of the Albright Knox Gallery's $230 million campus expansion, the extensive network of the Olmsted Parks, Buffalo is proving to the nation that New York City isn't the only destination worth visiting in the state. So they say in no particular order, here are 15 of the favorite restaurants and bars to dine at. And the person who wrote this is actually from Buffalo. So first he said Southern Junction, which is that chef was nominated for a James Beard Award. And so that's the fusion of barbecue and Indian cuisine.
Oh, wow.
And then there's Las Puertas, which that owner, the chef is a John Beard Award nominee. And it's a very, you don't get to pick what you get on the menu.
Oh,
he goes through like a 10-course menu and,
Wow.
and cooks for you and explains everything.
Wow, okay.
And so I've never been there, but that's an experience I definitely want to do. Barbell Tavern is listed there. Waxlight Bar of Inn, which is another James Beard Award nominee. Gabriel's Gate is also there. The Dapper Goose, which is on Amherst Street, which I've never been there either. And then Picasso's Pizza is on there as one of the best pizza places. You need to like thick crust if you're going to do Picasso's Pizza. But then Jay's Artisan Pizza, which has been listed as one of the best pizza places in the world, that is there.
Is that the one with the really cool, unique pizza? What's that place where they have the pizza menu that is just crazy and you have to go and order it way in advance? We've done stories about them all the time. I guess it's the different one. It's like an Instagrammable place because the pizza.
Oh, no, that's Macy's.
Macy's. Okay, sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
That you have to. You're likely on something if you want to go to Macy's.
Really? Wow.
I wouldn't know. But there are a lot of interesting Instagrammable concoctions. Jay's Artisan Pizza is a little bit fancier, but it's delicious.
Okay.
So delicious. Okay. La Divina, which is a kind of hole-in-the-wall taco place on Delaware Avenue. It looks like it's, it's been a long morning. The words are not coming out.
Okay.
It looks like a grocery store, tiny little grocery store, but you go in and they make the tacos there.
Oh,
and so it's an authentic Mexican
Okay.
restaurant. La Divina's really, really good. Cooney's for sushi, that's a staple. High Violet, I've been there for drinks. I have not eaten there. And then Ristorante Lombardo.
Okay, we're getting no South Towns represent here, other than Barbell. Come on. He didn't go. I could name like 4 places.
I'll finish up. Yes,
Okay.
St. Neri is on Lexington Avenue in the city.
Cool.
Mira, I'm surprised that Mira made it already because it's brand new. That took the place of Pano's.
Oh, right,
and
right.
it is a Mediterranean restaurant, but it has only been in existence for maybe 3 months, 4 months.
What? And they're already on the list?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then Hutch's,
Okay.
which is a fine dining staple in Western New York. So that's it. Sorry, Patrick.
Southtowns. We got Barbell.
What more do you need than Barbell?
We have a Picasso's in Blaisdell.
Yes.
So okay, fine.
So that was Condé Nast Traveler. Definitely check out the whole article. I just love hearing these wonderful things that they have to say about our city. So it's great to be in the news with cuisine, and hopefully we'll be in the news too with the NFL talking about our great team by the end of the weekend, because we're not getting a lot of national love right now. No one's talking about
No,
this.
you know what the narrative is right now?
What is the narrative?
The narrative is that if Josh Allen doesn't do it now, will he ever? And it's
the
like, oh,
window
that's
closed.
ridiculous.
He's 29 years old.
Yes, and also admittedly, he doesn't have. This isn't the best roster the Bills have ever had.
Right.
Okay, but but to say that no Mahomes, no Burrow,
right.
that this is. We got to win 3 road games in a row to make this. That's a tall ask, but I think we're still favored Sunday. That's good.
All right, go Bills. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.